Call the meeting to order. I would, first of all, before we do anything, I'm happy to see the Boy Scouts are here. And this is the troop from the Methodist Church, is that right?
Lutheran.
The Lutheran Church. What's your troop, Scout, your pack number?
Troop
number 60. Well, we always open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, would you want to come up and lead the Pledge of Allegiance? I'd invite everyone to rise, and then when these gentlemen are ready, we'll join them in the pledge. Come right on up here. One of you start. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, guys. Phyllis, could we have roll call, please?
Craig Koshaw.
Here.
Matt Dyer.
Here.
Tyler Fulenkamp.
Here.
Scott Murray.
Here.
Wiley Sirk. Where's he?
He's in party. Sit now.
Wiley Sirk.
Here.
Thank you.
You all emailed a copy of our minutes from our March 6th meeting. You had a chance to review those. I'd look for a motion to approve them.
Make motion to pass the minutes.
I'll second. I have a motion and a second to pass the minutes, approve the minutes from our March 6th meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. It's approved. First thing, Phyllis, that I have on my agenda is tax abatement for AB Cinema. Their CF1 form has been turned in.
This is what they estimated, and this is what their actual is.
Yep. When they began business, they estimated 6 employees, and they have 6. With salaries of $7.25 to $10 an hour, and the salaries are $7.50 to $10 an hour. All the employees that they hired have been retained, and it appears that they have held up their end of their abatement requirements. This is on the personal property only. So, with that, I would look for a motion to continue with their abatement. Second.
They've had over 10,000 people through that place.
Yep. And probably 11 or 12 movies, I think, now.
Yeah.
That they've rented.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, okay, I have a motion to approve the abatement. And a second from Matt. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the same. So Phyllis, right here, the property is insubstantial. I checked that and signed here. Do we call that a property? Is that what it was called? It's their personal property.
What's the form number? Form
CF1.
CF1 was submitted and approved.
Okay, that's done. Next thing I need to do is make a matter of record the legal notice for the intent to sell our Waterworks revenue bonds, Series 2018. And the legal notice was advertised. Phyllis has copies here. I can make that a matter of record.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second to make the legal notice a matter of record for the intent to sell our Waterworks revenue bonds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Thank you very much. Next up, it would be the high school students that were here last time. Do you have the event form, Phyllis? I've not looked at the event form. I don't think anyone from council has either. Okay, so give us just a...
Oh, I signed it.
Okay. Yeah, come on up.
I did look at it this morning.
Name of the event they've got here, Never Again Rally, is a peaceful march and rally to address the national epidemic of gun violence. And the event is completely student-led. And Allison McBride and August Stark and Ben Cartwright. I remember that name.
Yeah, for us old folks, it has a whole other connotation.
You don't look like Ben Cartwright, I'm sorry. Bonanza.
Bonanza, there's a whole theme song for that.
Their event that they're asking to do is on April 20th, which is Friday, a month from today, or 30 days from today, how you say it. Setup time 3:45, the event start time 4:45, end time approximately 6:45. Then they're expecting approximately 150 people to attend. They would need a parade route for their march from Belmont to the courthouse. That would be determined by public safety officers. It would only be temporarily blocked during the march. From 4:30 to the conclusion of the event, they would like to have Madison Street and 2nd Street from Madison to Court blocked off. So you want 2nd in front of the courthouse blocked off, is that what you're saying?
If we could.
And Madison, not just, so you want two sides of the courthouse blocked off. Is there a reason why you need that much room? Or should I just keep reading?
I felt like we'd be okay with just one street, just didn't know what would work best.
The closing of Madison Street generally is not a big deal. There's not that much traffic there, but 2nd Street it gets a lot of traffic. So unless you think that you're going to have a very large crowd, 150 easily fits in the Madison Street area, I would suggest that you keep it on Madison.
Okay.
Electrical needs, they'll just need a place to plug in their speakers, and we'll have permission to use electrical box for that, and I think, Craig, that's what you helped them with. Trash pickup, there shouldn't be any trash from the event, but they will pick up any trash that is left behind and make sure everything is clean. And they have taken this to the commissioners, and they have signed it. And they've taken it to the police, the fire, and the street, and they've all signed it. And internally here, we've had a little discussion. The only concern we have is that generally when someone has an event, it's generally an organization or a not-for-profit or a church or and they have insurance. And you don't have insurance. And we have asked our insurance company if we can cover things, and we haven't got an answer.
I got a call late today, and I didn't have a chance, so I will call tomorrow and find out.
I did call them.
Did you?
They're going to call me back. She hopes tomorrow.
So we're hoping for no issues with this, okay? If there is, I guess, Phyllis had kind of talked to me this morning, and she said that worst case scenario is we table this tonight and pass it 2 weeks from tonight. You still have plenty of time. You wouldn't even really need to come. We could let you know ahead of time if it's going to pass. You wouldn't need to come. If it's not going to pass, then we might want you to come. But I don't think there's anyone here that's opposed to this.
So basically, the event form is just allowing them to shut the street.
Yeah.
So if we would tell them, no, they can't shut the street, they could still march from the high school to the courthouse and be on the courthouse green, because it's public property.
If the commissioners, that's not what they've asked.
Yeah, I'm just asking for us, so that they understand that I think they can still be on the courthouse green whether there's an event or not.
If the county doesn't mind them having the event on the courthouse green.
So that if they rally there on the public property, they can say no to that?
I don't know.
Just something to think about.
Yeah.
The grounds is managed by the county.
Is there any way North Adams Community Schools can be a part of this? Because it is generated from the school
students.
system.
Good question.
Kind of the only thing we just kind of wanted to separate it from the school system itself is because we wanted to be able to express all of our own personal beliefs. And having this conversation,
Not necessarily
the school can't sponsor it because then they're sponsoring the local beliefs. They're not able to say everything we want to say.
Right.
Okay, so you're really coming as individuals.
Yeah.
The issue with insurance is who's the insurable party. It's not an organization, it's not a specific group. So who would be the one that actually acquires the insurance? So it's a problem for the insurance company. So what we're trying to find out is there some kind of one-day event rider that can be obtained or something like that through the city, for example, that would cover this, and that's a question that the insurance company was looking into.
But as individuals, what kind of precedence is that setting?
You create an issue where if you assume the liability and don't require it, and it's an unorganized group, you take on the risk, and that, you're setting precedent by doing that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not discouraging what they're
No.
wanting to do, but
No.
also...
I don't
We
think
have to look out
anybody...
for our own liability.
Yeah.
I guess worst case scenario from what I see is if we couldn't allow you to use Madison Street, you could still just have the rally at the school, on school grounds, and just not do the
Right, I'll
actual
take the
marching
courthouse
part.
green. Because I don't think they can not let you go. It's public property. They can't tell you can't be on the property.
Right. I think the only liability we would have is if we put out the barricades on Madison Street
Yeah.
between First and Second.
Right.
If they walked onto the courthouse law, they walked on the sidewalks legally
Yeah.
from the high school to the courthouse, across the intersections,
Yeah.
like citizens are supposed to, and
Right.
got to the courthouse. The electrical box is on the courthouse. They've got the use of that. If they, I mean, is there any laws
Did you
that you're
make
aware
mention
of?
to the commissioners about being on courthouse grounds? I mean, if on the grassy area, were they okay with that?
Yeah, they didn't seem to have an issue with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, to me, the exposure that the city would have would be if we improperly barricaded an intersection, for example, and a student was injured because a vehicle hit them. Or we failed to exercise reasonable care in crowd control or in controlling traffic. If we were negligent in that respect, then we assume some liability there. But that's based on our own negligence. It's not necessarily because of the event itself.
Question. Are you going to talk to the kids before you leave the campus?
Yeah, that's what we were planning, to have everyone meet at like 4:30, give like 15 minutes to kind
So
of
you
go
could
over
make
it.
an announcement
Yeah.
to them, all right, this is the plan, we're going to walk down here on the sidewalks, we're going to go this route. Could you draw out a route? If you need a speaker and a microphone, I can get you one from the chamber. But I think the comfort level of the city officials would be that if you told us that you were going to have an announcement on the route, that you were going to keep the people safe, or at least let them know the route that you want to take to where
You were
safe.
You were somewhat thinking of just coming out North Adams, driving up Jackson Street, correct? Then how we kind of...
It's not like we needed a police escort or anything, was it?
Yeah, I think that not that there was going to be a police escort, but I think the police were going to
They
have
were
to stop traffic
asking for blocking
Yeah.
traffic. Yeah.
while they cross, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can they go through Og to Limberlost?
We talked about that.
I mean, we're willing to walk whatever way seems there safely.
Lenny, would you prefer seeing them to come up Jackson Street to Second, or what would you prefer?
That's what we talked about, me and Mahan did.
Yeah.
After the approval was given, we were going to develop an action plan, how many officers that we're going to need to fall into that route,
Right,
and then also be around the area of the courthouse, just for presence.
right. So, yeah, I think it would be up Jackson Street all the way up to Second, and then down Second Street, probably on the sidewalk on the Second Street portion, and to the courthouse, so. So I guess what we would really need to do tonight would be to table this, and then, do I have a phone number for any of you here? Yeah, 301-1291. That's August's phone, and 222-1999. That's Allison. We can give you a call once we hear from the insurance company, and that'll probably be tomorrow, and then we can let you know what we're going to do from there. So I guess I would look for a motion to table this until we find out more information about the insurance.
So moved.
Craig makes the motion.
Second.
Scott seconds. All in favor? Thank you.
Excuse me, date again on that?
April 20.
Okay. 19th anniversary of Columbine.
Yeah, it's the anniversary of Columbine, which was how many years ago? 19 years. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We also have an event form for WZBD for their annual Easter egg hunt for Saturday, March 31st, submitted by Al Converse. Street closing is Jackson Street from the Chamber parking lot to the 224 traffic light, and this would be from noon until 12:30. It's a very short time period. They would set up at 10 a.m. So it looks like
They have all their signatures?
yeah, they've got all the guys' signatures except they did not get... Who's missing here? That's Reconstruction Jackson Street site. Contact the Park and Rec office.
Yeah, there's nobody there. I don't know why it's Charity, but it should be Lenny.
Lenny, have you signed this?
Jeremy, yeah.
Lenny,
No,
Mike Mahan.
Mahan did, okay. Mahan, and then Fire and Jeremy, so we're good.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the event.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the WZBD Great Easter Egg Hunt. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And Tim, do you have anything? We're down to that point.
Wow. No, I don't.
I do have Ordinance 2017-15, which we've been visiting for the last few months.
We need to table that.
Yes, we do.
I'll make a motion to table ordinance 2017-15.
Second. I have a motion and a second to table Ordinance 2017-15.
I do have one.
In this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tim?
Okay. Real quickly on the bond issue, Phyllis had the advertisement, made a matter of record this evening. Craig Lott sent out the preliminary official statement. That's now been made available to potential bidders. The bond sale is scheduled for March 27th. Once those bids come in, those will be reviewed by Crow Horwath. They'll contact Phyllis with a recommendation to accept the low bid. Once that is done, then there will be documentation generated by Crow Horwath and Bond Counsel leading up to the bond closing, which is now scheduled for April 12th. So we're moving forward with that. Once we get that in place, then we will have the funding that will be used to complete the projects that we listed in the Phase 1 portion contained in the bond ordinance itself. That is one, the major project there is the new well plant, or new treatment plant in Wellfield.
Okay.
I need to be brought to City Council.
Melissa, if you had come up, I think we have an announcement this evening about we had announced it a while back about the Mercy Beetle concert, and we're ready to start selling tickets.
Yes, the tickets for the Mercy Beatles will go on sale at 9 a.m. on Thursday of this week. The concert will be Sunday, May 6th, 7 o'clock at ARC Theater at Belmont High School. Proceeds will benefit the Hannah Nutman Ball Project, and there are a variety of ticket options at a variety of prices. So we will have those links posted to buying tickets online starting on Thursday.
And if all the inquiries we've had about when tickets will go on sale, we think that they're going to sell pretty briskly. And Bob, Melissa will email you a JPEG photo of these guys, and if we can get something in tomorrow's paper, since it's going sale, you don't know how that. Okay, well, we'll rely on the Facebook, and I'll still. Thursday you can put it in this, or just to say that they're on sale.
Put it on the radio website.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
You're going to broadcast it on radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a
The
website
picture.
we go to.
In their mind's eye, they can see it on the radio.
That's why I'm on radio, if you realize that.
I know.
There's a guy here that would like an email to you of a picture.
Well, I'll tell you, if you go to mercybeatles.com, they have a lot of pictures, and they got videos on there.
He'll take a press release.
Oh, I see. I understand now where we're going.
Yeah.
Yes, News Channel 15 will take a press release.
Take those photos, it's against the law.
Right.
Well, these are photos that they have okayed us
Yeah,
to
well,
use.
if I take hers, then I can't just go take theirs.
Okay.
Unless they say it's okay.
I will
Yeah.
send you the same as that I have.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll send you the release.
Could you email us a copy of
Full
that too, please? Thank you.
Same here.
Okay, so with that, mayor's report tonight, and I'm going to kind of steal Lenny's thunder, but I'll let him chime in. Yesterday was a really, really proud moment for the city. We swore in 3 brand-new police officers and 1 reserve officer. I'll start with the reserve. It was John Summers is his name. He's been a county reserve for 7 years, and he has dropped his being a reserve with the county and come over to the blue-shirted team, and Lenny has made him the captain of the reserve staff, and John will be a big asset as a reserve officer for that reserve staff. And then we also had 3 brand-new young men, Daniel Hunter, Luke Rumschlag, and Seth Cowell. Did I say it right? Cowell? That were sworn in as patrolmen yesterday. And what was really cool about the whole event was that everyone except 4 people who just flat out couldn't be here, that are on the police staff, were here. So we had a whole room full of police officers here to
Did you
witness.
get a picture of that?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, of the swearing in. All their families were here. The council chambers was full of people. It was really neat. For the Boy Scouts and high school students that don't know, we've been operating short-staffed due to a couple of people have left, and also the former chief of police retired. So we're short-staffed. So this will get us back up to not only a full staff, but the city council budgeted adding another police officer to our police staff for 2018. So now the new officers will all have to go to the police academy, and that's 16 weeks. It's basically 4 months, and they're going to leave in June.
Yeah, all 3 are going together.
All 3 of them will be leaving and going off to the police academy for 4 months. Right now, we're short 1 guy because he's at Dog Academy. We got a brand new dog, and so we have an officer who's at Canine Academy, and he's been there for 4 weeks,
Correct.
and he has maybe up to another
Possibly maybe 9 to 10 weeks.
more weeks. So we're really short-staffed right now. So we look forward to September rolling around when we have our dog officers ready to go. We have the new officers back from the academy, and then we'll be able to place an officer full-time back out at the school. Trent Bussey has been doing that on a part-time basis, but he'll be able to go out there and be there full-time. So it's exciting for our police department. Lenny, you have any comments you'd like to add on all this?
I'm just waiting for September 5th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mayor, we spell Caldwell for the media.
C-O-W-E-L-L.
No, C-O-L.
C-O, like I said, C-O-L-W-E-L-L, Colwell.
I like it.
Bob, I did send Janaya
A photo.
email with all the guys' information.
Sorry, Dave.
Thank you.
Okay.
I did this afternoon. Oh, thank you for that.
With that, Lenny, do you have anything else to report tonight?
The only thing I got to report is that, just basically what you said, the guys that are working now are really work around their schedules. They want to get this accomplished, and they've been nothing but supportive, and we're moving 1 guy to 3rd. Guys are covering each other, so me and Mike are going to help out, my detective, so when September rolls around, we should be in place, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep. Kurt?
Good, sir.
Don?
Curb goes back on Madison Street,
Amen.
dealing with the McClure thing still, and we're getting animals out at Warm Run and keep
Okay.
busy.
Fire department?
Quiet.
All quiet. And nothing. Melissa, anything else? Jeremy?
Happy spring.
Happy spring. That's right.
First day.
Phyllis, do you have anything?
Thank you.
Council members, anything to report?
Yes, I do. Main Street Chamber is working on our next Decatur investment celebration.
Yes.
On April 12th. That's a Thursday, 5:30. It's going to be held at the 2nd Street Loft with Biggs. It is set up to be an open house to kind of set the stage of where we're at now, where those 2nd Street Lofts are at, and promoting what will become in the future. So we're anxious for that event, and just again, another step of what's happening downtown.
Yep, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Another comment? Craig?
First of all, I'd like to thank the mayor for giving Donald Davidson the key to the city at Spotlight. We had a really great turnout. And I'd also like to thank the police department for bringing in the impaired goggles and manning the city booth for about 3 to 4 hours. I'd like to thank the fire department for coming in and doing an education piece for about an hour, hour and a half, or 2 hours, and bringing in the little children's fire hats to hand out. It was really encouraging to see the folks volunteer their time from our city departments to promote our city in a positive manner. And I'd also like to say thanks for the Boy Scout troop here for coming out and doing being part of the civic part of our city, doing your civic duty for coming out here to a city council meeting. You're welcome to be here anytime, and we appreciate your attendance.
And thanks to the leaders for taking on that role of make better men out of these young men. So, anything from this side of the room? If not, I would look for a motion to pay the claims.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second to pay the claims. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, the same?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
What are you calling this?
All in favor?
Investment?
Opposed, the same?
We got it.
Thank you. Yeah, enough. We are adjourned.
We don't need that.